Tune in to Southern Girl Speaks, Thursdays from 7 to 8 p.m. This is your place to come for motivation, encouragement, and empowerment to learn ways to live the life that you've always desired. Tune in Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Fishbowl Radio Network, Blue Stream.
Jump in.
Of the Holy Spirit within. I would lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am a force for good. I defy the odds. I set new standards. I am a leader. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. I am a champion. I will win. It's my season. It's my season. It's my season. It's my turn. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm humble. I'm wealthy. I'm strong. I am a champion. I will never be broke another day in my life. I will never be broke another day in my life. I will never be broke another day in my life. And I will live the fullest of life and all God has for me. I am a champion. I will win. I am a champion. I will win. It's my season. It's my turn. It's my season. It's my turn. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm humble. I'm wealthy. I'm strong. I am a champion. I will win. I am in a constant state of attracting all the good that I deserve and I desire. I am in a constant state of attracting all the good that I deserve and I desire. It's my season. It's my turn. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. It's my season. It's my season. It's my turn. It's my season. It's my turn. I will never be broke another day in my life. And I will live the fullest of life and all God has for me. I am a champion. I will win. Champion. I will win. Will win. Will win. Will win.
I need your energy. I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. If you feeling me, 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 I need your energy. High life, high tide, don't drown. Big breath, take steps, stay cool. When I'm down, that vibe, that's right. On top, that high, I fly, skydive, high five, we won't die. See hope, see drive, see why. And my eyes, win big, win live. Take off, bye-bye, no slip. Black ice, they shoot, lit fly. Don't stop, must try. Energy, that's why I'm doing the most. In the middle of the road, I'm running the globe. I'm fighting for those that give everything to get back what they owe. So close, don't fold. Live bright, live bold. Kick back, get goals. Light it up for yours. I need your energy. I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. If you feeling me, 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 I need your energy. This what they want, this what they need, this what we on. Took it worldwide and brung it back home, turn it on. Energy, never been scared, always prepared, taking you there. You need to be here, hands in the air, yeah. Energy, bossed up, flossed Bossed up, fly like a salsa, live in the moment. Get it, own it. Live it, breathe it, zone it. No time to waste, no time to slow down when we out on the chase. Don't be pumping your brakes, when you come from nothing, you do what it takes. Dodging these gunshots, man, still gotta stay focused. Ain't no sleep, stay woke. Gotta keep your eyes open. When all of my energy gone, don't leave me out on my own. Don't leave me all on my own. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up.
I need your energy. I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. If you feeling me, feel. 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 I need your energy.
You love me, especially different every time. You keep me on my feet, happily excited by.
us today. This is Southern Girl Speaks. That's Southern Girl, GURL, giving, understanding, real, and loving. So you know this is my favorite night of the week. It is Thursday, the night that I get to hang out with everyone and just come to encourage, motivate, and inspire you. Today I have someone in the studio with me. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Damien, known as Red, R-E-D, stands for Ready Every Day.
Ready every day.
Yeah.
Is that why you're wearing red?
Yeah, it's my favorite color.
Is it
too.
your favorite? It's my favorite color too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get more into why you came up with the acronym RED. Do you want me to tell them who you are to me? Or we just
That's fine.
Okay, so this is my son Damien. So he came to hang out with me tonight. Before we get into the show, I just wanted to let you know that Letitia Owens is having her homeless expo this Saturday. The time is from 9 to 1. You're all invited to come and attend and support. There will be housing info for the homeless, medical screenings, dental information, food, clothing, haircuts, prizes, and giveaways. And if you decide that you want to come, you have to wear red. So will you potentially be there on Saturday?
Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is just a chance for that Letitia Owens has given all of us to come together to connect with the community, support, give back. If you're a vendor, if you have services that you want to provide to support that, you're more than welcome to come to the Crozier Hall, That's 2218 Bryan Street, Suite 105, Dallas, Texas 75201. And I will tag as well, and her flyer is in my story. Well, today we're just going to have just a laid-back, chill show. We just want to take some time to connect with all of you. You're even welcome to call in. The number to call in today is 214-717-4678. And thanks for everyone that's listening on the Fishbowl Radio Network stream and on Studio C, and also watching here live on my Facebook channel. Before we begin, I just want to give a few shout-outs. You want to give us some shout-outs, Dave, to people watching?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for supporting my mom. Hey, Linda, Claudia, Kevin.
Claude. That's Claude. That's Snoop.
Claude.
That's,
what's up, Snoop?
Yeah, that's Snoop.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and my grandma, of course, and my grandfather.
All right. We also have Daryl Lavelle. Thank you so much for your support. I always see you share posts like these. I really appreciate that. James Isaac, he just joined in. There's a Eldridge Cherry, Kevin Strong, and Linda. Thank you so much for your support. So we're going to get right into it. How's that sound? Cool. Okay, so, there's so much going on, and we talk often. I call you a lot just to see what you think, or when I'm just dealing with something emotionally. You know how Kobe Bryant, how that just really impacted me. And as soon as I heard about it, I text you right away because that was one of your favorite players. Tell me how you felt about Kobe.
Kobe Bryant, to me, it goes beyond sports, really. It's more so like a big brother was lost, or someone you imitated when you go to the gym, or just someone you wanted to be like in general, as a person, as a competitor. So it definitely affected me more than I thought it would originally. So it just kind of made me pause and think about life a little bit more, and that no matter what stage you're at or how successful you are, any given time it can be your last day.
That is so true. And, I've heard a lot of people why is it, Damien, that you think that when we lose people, do you notice that as soon as they transition to that other side, we seem to value them more?
Yeah.
This was just kind of another example of that to me. And even for myself, I watched Kobe, we used to watch the games with you growing up. You always wanted the jersey, of gold and purple were your colors. But it's now that he's gone, it's I even went back to watch some of those old videos and YouTube videos and just some old clips of games. And I was so blown away by a lot that I didn't even know about him. Yeah. So can you share, why do you think we tend to do that as a society?
No appreciation as far as when people are actually here. We don't tend to sit back and actually just appreciate what we like about a person or love about that person. a lot of times, majority of people, they always think about the negative about somebody until they are gone. Then it's like, dang, I should have told this person this, or I could have done this for this person. But when you have the chance, you should definitely take advantage of the chance because you never know.
That is so true. We're going to talk more about that. Those of you who are listening, you are more than welcome to call in and join us in our conversation. I don't take calls often, but I just wanted to talk to some people today. And so because I know how I'm feeling and I just needed my voice to be heard and be able to express that. And so I just wanted to provide a platform for that today. So if you would like to call in, the number is 214-717-4678. Okay. Hey, Mantrice, I see you, cousin. Okay, so as we were saying, Damien, we tend to not appreciate people while they're here. Yeah. Okay. Before we go into that, a lot of people had something to say about the memorial service. Did you watch that?
I did tune in.
What was the most? Was there anybody that stuck out to you?
Michael Jordan.
Me too. Besides the tears, was it just his emotion? What was it about that for you?
You could tell that it was beyond basketball for them. It was more, they actually had a personal bond. Seeing someone that wants to imitate you, do everything that you do, stick the tongue out like you when you're doing a layup, all your moves, basically want to be you. And he actually nurtured Kobe Bryant.
Right.
I feel like he nurtured him to become as great as he possibly could be. So I feel like Michael Jordan took it really hard because he's still here.
Right.
He was before Kobe.
It was kind of like he literally had passed that torch. Because, we all think we're great, right? Yeah, yeah. But Michael Jordan is known as a great basketball player, businessman, right? Yeah. And so as an athlete, I'm sure it's hard to walk away from that and transition. So it probably felt good for him to be able to pass that torch on to someone that was, if not was as good, but was better than he was.
Debatable.
That's debatable.
Yeah,
okay, so as we talk about that, because we want to keep it light too. Who was your player, Michael or Cole? I mean, because they're both great in their own right. We could throw LeBron. We could throw. I love Alonzo Mourning. So
yeah, we know.
Okay.
But to me, I put them in different categories. Mm-hmm. LeBron is the best basketball player, overall basketball player. Kobe Bryant, to me, just the relentlessness that he had, just the never give up attitude. There's no I in team, but there's an M-E, which
right,
is in team.
Right.
So he had that about him. And then Michael Jordan, you always know what you're gonna get when you watch Michael Jordan. You know he's gonna win the game. Mm-hmm. You just know.
And they had a lot of similar traits because I grew up, Michael Jordan was for me. And mm-hmm. I remember times that, he played with the flu pneumonia and just that grit and grind that he had to win the game and to see that in Kobe as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so, we're not going to go into the Gayle King thing. I was wondering if we were going to talk about that. Mm-hmm. I even watched the clip, Jada Pinkett and Snoop had their little interaction.
Yeah.
I love that sound. It's the sound of the phone ringing.
Yeah. And so, we're not going to go into the Gayle King thing. I was wondering if we were going to talk about that. I even watched this video to have a little interaction. I love that sound. It's the sound of the phone ringing. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
So, we're not going to go into the Gayle King thing.
Hello?
Hold on 1 second. We're trying to get you in.
Hello?
Turn your volume down. I can hear you, but there's a back play. So you guys, when you call in, make sure you turn the volume down behind you so I can hear you. You have to turn your phone down or whatever you're listening from. All right. Who am I speaking with? Maybe they hung up. Okay. You guys, make sure when you call in, this is the studio and this is live. So you have to make sure you turn off your phone or whatever you're listening from so we can actually hear you because it's a delay. All right. So again, we had Miss Shay is here. Miss Hicks.
Oh, hey, Miss Hicks.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back into that. So we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to spend our energy on that. They tried again. Okay. Is it ready to go? All right. Hello. Who am I speaking with?
I'm speaking of Mo.
Hi, Mo
I wanted to ask.
Day. Hey, Mo Day.
Yeah.
Can you hear
I
me
wanted to
okay,
know.
Mo
Y'all
Day?
know. Yeah.
Oh,
I can hear you. I'm looking at you.
okay.
I see. You don't know your cousin play for. You don't know Marcus Delaney.
I do know Marcus Delaney. Yes, I do. Can you tell everybody
Yeah.
who he plays for?
He played for the Atlanta. He used to play for the Atlanta Hawks,
Mm-hmm.
but now he play overseas. Now, yeah.
I've been
That's
working
my
to get
cousin. That's
him.
our cousin.
I've been working to get him on the show. Do you have a good contact number for me?
I gotta get it.
Okay, well, we.
Next time I go down there, I get it for you because I'm a Delaney too, and I wanted to
I know
ask
you're
you a question.
connected. Thank you so much for calling. Do you want to add into our discussion just about your thoughts about Kobe, about the memorial, anything about that before we move on?
Yeah, it was a good memorial. I just wanted to know, you know, I liked it, and he was a good guy, and everybody got to treat their family a little better. Get to know them and do like that, because you don't never know when it's their time.
That's so true. Thank you so much for calling, and we'll be in contact. Okay. Thanks for calling in, Mo Day.
Okay,
All right, thank
all right.
you. All right, I love when people call in, and that was family. So, and as he said, we do have family that play professional ball as well. And so, like he said, he made a good point. We have to appreciate each other while we're here. What is something that you want to share to anybody listening? Because I love our generational gap, and I love to pick your brain just so I can understand what people of your age group or even younger feel about issues and things that are happening, because we as adults sometimes feel like you all are maybe a little desensitized or don't see things the same way, and I've learned a lot from you as well. So in that, just about life and just about that whole thing, how did that speak to you, Damien, or Red?
What do you mean? What I'm trying to.
As far as like how he said, we need to appreciate each other more while we're here.
I'm with you. I wouldn't say that my generation is like not sensitive to the subject, but we've been, I don't know, as we've grown up, everything's kind of moved at a faster pace for us. So I guess in a way, we're not insensitive. It's kind of maybe more like we think about it and we kind of move on. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but that's 9 times out of 10, that's probably what it is.
Okay.
So we probably come off to older people that we are insensitive. So my generation, we probably could do a better job with that.
Okay. You
as far
agree?
as myself, yeah.
Yeah. But that impacted you. Did you learn anything from that?
Like I said, just be appreciative. Because his was a freak accident. So, and it's just like, it's Kobe Bryant.
It really made me just aware of tomorrow is not promised. Mm-hmm. It just really helped me to not be so worked up about things in life. Mm-hmm. Right? Because we go on day to day, we got bills, we have responsibilities, we have all these roles and things that we have to play in our life. And sometimes we get so caught up in that, or relationships or ourselves, or just even disagreements that we may have had with someone, and it just goes on and on. Like when I look at Shaq, and Shaq had to say, hey, it's complicated, know. Yeah. But at the end of the day, there was respect and it was understanding, but there'll never be that opportunity to make that phone call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so for me, it just really made me reflect on what's really important and really why I'm here. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go into Southern Girl thing for a minute, because as we listen to everyone or anyone, even like yourself, that had anything to say about Kobe, those were words of inspiration based off how he lived his life. And no one is perfect, on how our walk is. But when you're gone, my question is, what are people going to say about you? It's easy to sit back and speak on this man and he was so great, but we need to reflect on ourselves and look at our walk and look at how we're living, So when our number is called, because it's coming, right?
To be honest with you, I want people to feel the same way about me they felt about Kobe when I go.
Okay, elaborate.
I want people to be upset that I'm gone.
Right.
I don't want them to rejoice and cheer that I'm not here anymore.
That morning,
Yeah.
I mean, it was an international morning
Yeah.
for one human vessel.
I've never even personally met him.
Right, but he inspired, and that's the ultimate thing that we can do while we're here, is to inspire somebody.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so for me, that's just my message tonight, that we truly all reflect and look at our lives and how we're living. The text messaging thing, I'm telling you, I've been on the whole thing with this because it changed me. We talked about the Milwaukee shooting the other day. I mean, come on. People just got up to go to work that day.
They just got up to go to work.
And what did it say? 5 people?
Yeah, it was 5. I believe it was 5 in himself. I don't know the exact details. I do know that he was African American, black, and that it was over a petty argument over some supply, that he got into a verbal altercation with a coworker regarding him stealing some stuff at his office.
Right.
And he goes to work and does that to innocent people who had nothing to do with the argument.
But it's the same thing. We get up and go to work every day. And if you don't know what someone's dealing with, because I walk in, I'm like, good morning, how y'all doing? And I don't feel like that all the time, but that's just the energy that I want to bring when I come into a place, since I have to be there and be productive. But, sometimes you can just see things on people, and you never know what someone is dealing with, right?
Yeah.
And so we kind of touched on that. Do you think, because it said he killed 5 people and then he shot himself. And so these people, they thought that they were going to make it home. Their loved ones thought that they were going to make it home at the end of the day. We talked the church shooting, right?
Yeah.
So it's getting to the point that nowhere is safe.
Nowhere is safe, which is why you have to stay ready every day.
Okay, tell me about this ready every day. Tell me about that.
It's a lifestyle, really. You can pertain it to anything in your life, whether good, bad, whatever you're going through. You have to stay ready. You have to stay ready to receive good. You have to stay ready to receive bad. But no matter what, you always have to push through it, which means you have to stay ready. Every day, you wake up every day, you eat every day, you just stay ready every single day that you live your life.
So, like we say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Exactly.
Ready every day. So no matter what the day brings, that you are equipped for it. What are some things that you do to prepare yourself for the day?
Well, I pray. I pray when I wake up, just to keep me safe. I pray for my family, just to keep me uplifted and in a positive mood, because just like the guy who had the shooting in Milwaukee, it took one thought of negativity, and he went to work and did that.
Right, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
Because that, to me, I have a passion too for mental illness. I think a lot of what we see in our society is because people are really struggling emotionally.
Yes.
People are struggling to cope with life, right?
Yes.
And so, do you feel like on jobs or in employment, you think they need to do mental health screenings?
Yeah, I feel like they should be quarterly throughout the year, honestly, just to not necessarily get anybody fired or get anybody in trouble, just to make sure that the work is not overtaking your life and you're not becoming more stressed with work than you are with your life. Because if you are, then I'm sure they'll prescribe you a few days off to get your life together or intact.
So you're saying that no matter what skill set or no matter where someone works,
no matter
that as a country,
yes,
that we need to have employers and corporations and our city facilities be more vested in people as employees.
Yes.
To the point that mental health component is a part of them working there, that they have somewhere that they can go check in, ask for help, but that there's some type of assessment that's done quarterly, just to make sure if there's a need, not to be fired or to be judged, but to be supported.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, when you think about it, a lot of people's worries are money. So if you go into work thinking like, oh, I got to pay this, I got to pay that, but you just may need someone to talk to. But a lot of times people don't talk to someone because they're afraid of being judged, or they'll be afraid of being said, "Oh, well, you have mental health issues. You're crazy." It's not like that. It's a real thing that everybody has.
Right, because life is hard. You know, isn't it a thing called adulting?
Yes.
I get tired of adulting. Do you?
I wish it never happened.
It's not fun, is it?
No.
But it goes
Let
back.
me come back home, Mama.
Let you come back home. You know, you could come stay. I'll cook for you, and then 3 days is our.
Yeah, we know.
For both of us, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but just even in that, it's supporting people in their mental health. Do you think that situation could have been prevented?
I do honestly believe that it could have been prevented. I don't feel that he talked to anyone before he thought about doing it. I think he just had the thought, he was upset, he was mad, and he acted out.
How do you want to encourage someone? Because we know people get dressed up. They got the polos, the Gucci belts. People got their bundles in, lashes popping. But underneath all that, there's some hurting people out there. Underneath all that, there's some really people who are struggling. And there might be somebody listening right now before we go to commercial. Okay. What would you want to say as ready every day, right? That means you got your armor on, you equipped. That everything's not perfect, but you're prepared to get through that day. What could you do to inspire somebody listening?
Whoever's listening, if you are going through something, my first suggestion, because I've been through things and I've been at low points in my life as well, I just feel like you have to put that armor on, just like you're a 300 Spartan, and fight the world. Don't let it fight you. If you need someone to talk to, find whoever you feel confident in. We all have friends. Some we trust more than others. So I suggest just reach out to somebody, even if it's a stranger who's willing to just listen to you, who let you vent, to get it out, to get your mind together. Because you don't want to make any irrational decisions like the guy in Milwaukee.
Right.
But we do want to go ahead and I send my prayers to all the victims and all their families that were affected by the shooter as well. So, like I said, I just feel just talk to somebody, maybe go get some counseling, something. But whatever works for you, I just ask that you get under control before it goes too far.
Yeah, because we don't want any more situations like that,
Correct.
We want to be able to use Southern Girl Speaks as a platform to encourage people that if somebody by Thursday, I need some Southern Girl Speaks by Tuesday, Wednesday, Manic Monday. And so, this is your place to come just for that boost to get you through the week, to keep you encouraged. And if it's not Southern Girl Speaks, just find something or someone like Red said, just for your mental health and your emotional stability. And with that, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back. And did you know Dwayne Wade's son about that little situation?
Yeah.
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
I really want to know what our listeners have to say. I hope somebody will call in.
That'd be great.
And so before we go, Antonio Harris says, in my opinion, I don't think mental health would be effective in the workplace because it opens up a new can of worms, but they will treat drugs and alcohol. Thank you for sharing, okay? Before we close out, thank you, Steve Goodrich, Larry McGee, Shake Kleckner, that's the name, and Antonio Harris. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll be right back.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I die alone. I told that you probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of stripes. Don't know what like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Spot rage, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Look, damn right I like the life I built. I'm from West Side 60, I might got killed. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala, thug life on wheels. Up against the wall, squabble at Fox Hills. Like a boss, ask me how I feel. Successful street, touching them first meals. Whoa, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I went legit. I'm the now according to the way that I'm positioned in this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. Know that Westside RSCs is us. LAPD on I'ma squeeze and bust. If a rap diss, Swiss cheese is bust. All this rap money, look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love in the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Tiny copy, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustle seem to rush? Las Vegas strip pop, yeah, you creamed them punks. After all that looking tough, all he seen was stunts. 50 Cent and Mayweather flee the scene with us. True story. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life.
All right, Grinding All My Life by Nipsey. And Nipsey's another example of someone that was great, doing great things. Yeah. You know, a lot of people didn't really find out about all that he was doing. A lot of people knew about his past, about his, gang affiliation, but this show is about transformation.
It's funny how that's always notified and glorified as someone's past.
Say that one more time.
It's always funny how what's always looked at the most is someone's past. We didn't really know what he was doing because no one would ever say anything about it until he's gone.
And he was so humble, but he's another example of how he lived, because look how people spoke about him. Yeah. So you're kind of like me on that. Like, it really makes you more mindful of your everyday, how your interaction with people, how you resolve conflict with anybody, because it will make you just really want to leave a lasting good impression and have a good walk while you're here.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Now, before our second segment, I think we need the whole next 30 minutes, and I hope some people may call in and join in on our discussion. Again, the number is 214-717-4678. If you'd like to call in, just say hello or to add in on our discussion tonight. And so, I've been in education almost 20 years. I love working with children, seeing kids from all different demographics and backgrounds and supported parents. And, as I watched the situation with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union on their talk show, and as they've been going around supporting Zion. Is it Zion? I will mess up a name.
I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't really know what the name is right now.
I understand your point. Okay. But the thing is that we're seeing parental support. And a lot of people have something to say because of the nature. His son, who's 12, actually wants to have a sex change, right?
That's right.
Okay, so, there were things that I had to deal with raising you that I tried really hard to work and keep you from, right?
Yeah.
And, just depending on people's perspective and outlook towards that might not even be an issue.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we're open. Me and you, we're just open to that fact, right?
Yeah.
But this is something that a lot of parents in this day and age are having to deal with, and may not even, if we think about the parents, they don't even have the support all the time on how to deal with that situation.
That's true. They don't even have the knowledge of how to deal with it because it is so open now.
Yeah, you were saying something about like when you were growing up, it's certain things I didn't have.
Yeah. So basically, it's whenever I was growing up, there were certain things that you were keeping me from, but you didn't have to prepare me for the openness that we're in today. You didn't have to prepare me for that. But as I have kids, Now I'm having to learn. I can't, like how you could go to my grandma for certain things. If I had a child that came to me, I couldn't come like.
You could come to me.
I could come to you, but it's.
We're gonna pray about it.
It's not like you've had experience dealing with it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So you're saying there's new things that are coming under the sun.
Yeah.
New challenges that this decade, because we actually entered a new decade as well. So it's the closing almost of an age and entering into a new one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what do you think about that? Because they're supporting him all the way, I believe I've heard, into, not that they're going to do it tomorrow, next week, but it seems like they're going to support him to the full transition into a female, which I believe is so new for someone so young to make a decision like that.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's more so, I just have a lot of questions, like, how does he know that's what he wants? You haven't really experienced life as a man to know. So maybe there's been some impact. Maybe his parents are putting it on him. There's just so many things that we don't know about this situation, which is why we really can't judge it. Right. But I do want to give a shout out to Dwayne Wade for actually supporting his son, not disowning him. You know, he's showing him nothing but love, and that's all he really can do as his father. So
you think he set a good example and support for maybe, like you said, this new decade of parenting, but is very different from me. But as even in education, we're seeing more and more of that. What do you attribute those influences on?
Really, the media. I put a lot of it on the media. It's out there. It's exposed. Because whenever I was growing up, and this is just watching TV, I wanted to be like people that were on TV, people that I saw. Maybe whether it be an athlete, rapper, it's something about that person or something about whatever they did that made me want to be like them. So the more I saw it, the more I wanted to be like it.
Which is why they're on TV and they're groomed to be celebrity, because people tend to idolize a celebrity, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, with that being said, with the programming, because I remember that there was a point in time, like I Love Lucy, and I think I might have been 12 or 13 myself, and I realized that they were sleeping in separate beds. So when TV was black and white, there was a certain point in television that they didn't even show a married couple sleeping in the same bed, right?
Yeah.
And so then, and TV used to go off, there was the flag that was waved, and that music come on, and it's over, right? But now we have TV 24 hours. YouTube is constant, and we have a caller. Hello, this is Southern Girl Speaks. Who am I speaking with? Okay, hello.
Xerox Twins on here.
Hi, turn your volume down. On your
Can you hear me?
I can, but whatever you're listening to me on, turn that down.
Bro. Yes, I'm here. Bro, mute your phone.
Okay.
Thank you. Who is this?
Okay, this is Xerox Twins. Me and my twin brother is on the phone. I'm Red Bull and he's Blue Bull. And
Red
we want
Bull
to
and Blue Bull?
talk. Go ahead.
You said Red Bull and Blue Bull.
That is correct,
Okay.
yes. And we call in to elaborate on the subject at hand.
I would love to hear what you have to say.
Blue, you on here? You got to mute that phone. So you got to talk on the phone by itself. So you can't listen to nothing, Blue.
And he told him he could go back and watch the replay.
So what we want to illustrate is we want to answer some questions. Now, I have 3 boys, and I have illustrated to all 3 of my boys that I had them so that I can have grandchildren. And if they decide to go the other way, I say 180 degrees, then I would only have 2 boys. I have conditions on my love, and I let them know that definite, that there are conditions on my love. So with that, they know that I do not accept them none whatsoever. Now, I do not have no problem with somebody else's son being homosexual, gay, transgender, transsexual. I don't have no problem with that. But I have a grave problem with my own having that, being 180 degrees.
I understand that.
Yes. But because the main reason is they are not raised, and they don't see that. You understand? Mm-hmm. So they live in a couple house, male and female household. And by them not, observing and seeing that, then I will not accept that. Mm-hmm. And I would definitely disclaim them, and they would disappear to me. In other words, I won't be able to see them anymore. In other words, they are ghosts to me. Mm-hmm. And they know this definite. And that's, basically, I've told them that way before. Our society, it accepts that. And I believe it's like that because our women, our females, they come up with this idiom called, I'm going to love my baby anyway, unconditionally, which that is a lie within itself because everything has conditions. You understand? Even your weather is conditioned, and but that's what that is. Go ahead, Blue.
I love the way you express yourself. That was the Red Bull, right?
That was Red Bull.
Thank you, Red Bull. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for using your voice to speak to what a lot of other parents and fathers are feeling. I appreciate you joining in. Thank you for that.
Right. Yes.
All right, Blue Bull.
Go ahead, Blue.
Well, this is Blue Bull. I'm a bit more liberal.
Oh, okay.
I believe that people are going to be people regardless of how we want them to be and how they want to be. But I do believe that we, as a society, as a people, we indoctrinate certain behaviors, we push the envelope on certain things, and we make people be that which they're not. And just like I want to call it, I call it the alphabet. The alphabet agenda is pushed on the people is the same to me as religion was pushed on the people. So again, I understand why we are indoctrinated and we are falling in such a society in the way that it is. The reason I say that it's pushed on with Wade, what I believe is that, of course, we need a head figure, which is someone famous and what have you, a black male, to accept this child because our women is going to do it anyway in society. But we haven't indoctrinated the black male to accept it. So we use a head figure. Again, there's one thing to allow something, and there's another thing to promote and to impose and push. So allowing this child to be whomever he wants to be, because I refuse to call him a she, allowing this child to be whom he wants to be is one thing. But again, even with that age, I think that we're doing something that we shouldn't be doing as well. Because now we will take and we'll say that we can be whomever we want to be, even as children.
All right.
You know, because
Red Bull and Blue
and,
Bull. Just because it's, you know what? I wish what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up more on this next week. Um,
okay.
Unfortunately, my time is up. And so we're actually about to close out the show, but I thank both of you, Red Bull and Blue Bull, for joining in the discussion and calling in. You added very well to our discussion, and I really appreciate you all calling. Will you continue to watch Southern Girl Speaks and support?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And you all have a wonderful
All right.
evening. Thank you for calling again. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, good night. All right, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, Red, for joining me today. Do you have any parting words?
No, just everybody stay ready every day. That's it. That's my message.
Stay ready every day. And with that, we're going to close out. This is Southern Girl Speaks. That's Southern Girl giving, understanding, real and loving. And I'll see you next Thursday here 7 to 8 p.m. Good night.